It started with a wildfire in Huntsville near Port Sydney on Tuesday, then cascaded into several fires breaking out in Gravenhurst, requiring mutual aid from fire departments around the district. Gravenhurst Fire Chief Jared Cayley explains how the situation became much more serious over just a few hours on Tuesday evening.
We took a call initially in the mid-afternoon around 3 o'clock. It came in first as a grass fire. It was unfortunately was a structure fire, which had turned into a wildfire. We utilized all three of our stations to battle that. We were fighting a rather large wildfire on pretty rocky terrain while we were fighting a structure fire. So it was challenging. I made the decision then to call our mutual aid coordinator in Georgian Bay Township to initiate a standby company to be assigned from another neighboring fire department to backfill. Before that station could even get to town, we got a report of another grass fire out in Barkway on Barkway Road. So as that fire truck from Muskoka Lakes, that was our first assistant department that came in, was responding to Barkway. They were heading down Doe Lake Road and noticed off of Doe Lake Road a large plume of smoke rising from a forested area and spotted our third wildfire,
Wow.
which then prompted a call to Bracebridge, a call to Severn Township, and a call to Huntsville Lake of Bays Fire. And we had all of those departments come into Gravenhurst to assist us.
That's insane.
So very busy day. We had a
Yes.
lot of resources. I think the thing that as a fire chief that makes me nervous the most is I can speak very well for Gravenhurst Fire, but I can also speak a little bit to the rest of the departments. We are very well resourced, well supported fire departments by both our councils and our communities, and we were stretched. So the big lesson from yesterday, James, is that we need the public's help into, whatever we can do. If it's windy, don't burn. If there's a burn ban on, please respect it. Respect the no daytime burning rule that's in place now.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on the ratings. If it's a high, well, it might not be a burn ban, but if it's high, that means the opportunity is rife for a wildfire. So it really brought a lot of us fire chiefs that were working together yesterday to the realization that it can get, we understand the seriousness of emergencies and how they can get big quick, but it really brought it home yesterday how in the span of 20 minutes we could have 5 fire departments working together, and thereby stretching our resources thin at 5 different municipalities.
And the early start to wildfire season falls in line with concerns expressed by Cayley earlier this year on how bad this fire season could get, and he has a stern warning for those that may be ignoring these signs.
I just want to pose this question to your viewers. Could your conscience deal with knowing you were the cause of destroying over 60 of your neighbors' homes and businesses? Because that was the result of the Nova Scotia fire, and that's been the result of these large fires we see in California. We see them in the west, on our western shores, in Alberta and in BC. So that's what I pose. I'm not going to say, I want you to be the wildfire awareness, be fire smart, but really pose that question. Is that campfire worth it? If you know you shouldn't be burning, if common sense and conditions dictate, if that gets out of hand, and it doesn't take a lot to do so, should I be doing this? Do I want to be that person responsible? And do I want to be that person responsible for destroying the natural, what makes Muskoka beautiful, what makes Ontario beautiful? Because, these forests aren't going to grow back in 3 minutes. So, there's so much that, get a ULC approved or a CSA approved propane cooker to cook your hot dog on, something you can just turn off right away if it gets windy. There's so many alternatives. You can enjoy your cottage, you can enjoy your home so many diversified ways during the summer if you're not allowed to burn. There is no excuse anymore for us to have human caused wildfires.